What's going on, y'all? Let's see. Let's see one here. Oh, I can't see the comments. What's going on, y'all? We started a little bit late today. But let me What's up, seller? Oh, I can see the comments. Okay, cool. That's what's up. I can see the comments. So who we got on here? Nobody came on yet? What's up, Zach? What's up, Michael? All right, cool. So we got people coming on. I thought I was gonna be only by myself tonight. Willie Will. I gotta start that over. That sounded good. While we building up. While we building, y'all mind on the music while we building up, right? What's up, Greg? Who else we got? Michael. All right, that's what's up. Let's go ahead and get ready. Y'all know I be letting me get prepared. All right, cool. Cool. Where we at with it? What's up, Monica? What's up, Luther? Michael? Okay, all right, cool. So we gonna go and get started. My camera always look crooked. All right, so another training, y'all. We gotta keep going, right? So this is back to back because I know I do a training on Mondays for the No Boss Lifestyle Masters Academy, and then I do a training on Tuesdays for the No Boss Lifestyle Family Team. Right? And then we got the new training series that's going to come out tomorrow, which is the NBL New Members Questions. And that's just pretty much, I'm thinking about naming it something else, because question is more like is to show you how to execute. So if I say, go ahead and take your EDD and postcards to the post office, I'm not going to show you how to fill out the paperwork, this and third in training, because that would be like really technical, boring. So the new member question session is going to show you how to fill out your paperwork, take it to the post office, stack your bundles, where to sign your signature, and all the technicalities of doing that task. You see what I'm saying? So the new members question is more like a execution style marketing situation with the training situation with the team, whereas though the trainers is going to give you the what to do, and the new members questions is going to give you the how to do it, right? So that's going to be very profitable. If you are having trouble executing, then definitely put your questions on that post so we can figure out what to teach you guys. All right. Got a confession to make. The win-win, right? The win-win. I was thinking to myself, I wanted to train on like 7 different types of topics this evening, right? But I don't want it to be, I don't want to keep giving you information and giving you information and giving, even though that's a good thing because it gets your creative juices going, right? It gets your mindset flowing, right? So, but I thought to myself, I said, what would be the best thing to actually talk about to move people to the next level? Because right now, you guys could be at a standstill. Like you're doing everything I say from in week 1, 2, 3, and 4. You get to week 5, you're looking at the over my shoulders and how to set your Facebook account up and all that good stuff, right? You go to week 6, you're going to learn how to pretty much do those activities, and then week 7 come, week 8, week 9, week 10, you learn about traffic, about the different types of traffic, subtle traffic strategies and what traffic really mean and all that good stuff, right? Then you get to week 11, you learn about your presentations. And if you haven't got up to this point, up to week 11 yet, just keep moving through the trainings, because what the questions you have in week 1 are answered further down the line in the further weeks. But if you stop going through trainings, you're going to be handicapping yourself. So if it's something that you don't understand, keep going through the weeks, because 9 times out of 10, I've answered the questions that's going to, it's going to fill in the blanks as you keep going, right? So you get to week 12, week 13, week 14, week 15, but you still haven't made a significant change in your income. So how do you do that? You do that by creating a win-win. I'll explain the win-win in a second. Let me, like I always say, anybody got any questions before we get started? Any questions before we move on to the move zone? Let's see. Can y'all hear everything okay? It's not skipping, and if y'all can hear me, say yeah, we can hear you. Put some thumbs up so I can see that everything's good everything's good over here in Houston. What's up, Dan, my man? All right, cool. That's what's up. This won't be a long training. It's actually going to be pretty quick. Get my markers and stuff. All right, so how am I going to break this down? Right? I'll break this down in the simplest form. So the point, the point is to get a sale, right? You're thinking of your business in the wrong sense. If you haven't made the sale, if you're making sales, because this can happen. If you're making sales, but you're not making sales on purpose, right? So, but you're making them here and there. They come in, they trickle in here and there, but you're not making them on purpose. What that means is that, yeah, I'm putting up the advertisements, I'm doing the strategies, I'm putting out flyers, I'm doing my thing, right? You're doing everything that you're saying that I'm telling you to do in the trainings, and then all of a sudden a sale comes through and you're like, I got a sale, right? And then later on down the line, another sale comes in, you're like, wow, I got a sale, right? And so it's like surprising every time. Like, oh, another sale. It's surprising. It's not like, see, when I make sales, I say, watch this, I'm about to make 3 sales right now. Check this out. And then I go do the activity, and then guess what? Boom, boom, boom. I get 3 sales, right? So that's called predictable sales. And what you're doing right now, what you're experiencing right now is like surprise sales or a sale every now and again, right? So in order to create the predictable sales, you gotta utilize the win-win, right? That's what I do. I utilize the win-win situation. Okay. So we got this thing in marketing that's called the free line. I did not mean to write that in purple. I meant to write it in black. We got the thing called the free line, right? So all right. So what is the free line in marketing? Okay. Wow. This is a powerful line right here. This is a powerful line. Okay. If I get into that, I'm the type of person, like right now, like before I started training, I like to be very, very transparent with y'all. I'm doing a whole bunch of other stuff on the back end, and in my mind, I'm like, I gotta do training. I know I gotta get these things done. There's people having troubles with their websites. There's people having trouble with the login and information. There's people, like, there's a whole lot of things that needs to get done on the back end, but what's the priority, right? So in business, you're gonna face situations where you gotta make different decisions. Don't let it discourage you, because when you're making those, like for instance, you may have to go and take care of some family stuff, but then at the same time, you need to do this marketing stuff, right? You gotta do the marketing stuff. Yes, the family stuff is important. It is very important. But you want to, like, the way that I think about it, that if I spend 4 years of my life, 4 dedicated, strong years of my life doing the business stuff, the marketing stuff, right? Going extremely hard, dedicated, determined, motivated, everything, putting everything in me to make this pop, then I can live 60 years of my life on a sustainable, predictable income that's on autopilot, coming in every single day of the week, right? Because I made the sacrifices that got me there. So don't get discouraged, because this is the journey of an entrepreneur. If it was a job, then all we had to do was clock in, do our task, and then clock out. And when we clock in, do our task, that task is ugly. We don't feel like being there. We got to deal with all these people. We got to deal with the bosses and the co-workers and the co-worker that don't nobody like, and everybody got to put on a happy face and smile, and then HR and all this good stuff, right? That's the stuff we got to deal with if we had to clock in. And then we come home and with our families, yeah, we get a paycheck, but that paycheck was created through pain and suffering. That's how it was created. It was created through pain and suffering, right? So as an entrepreneur, the pain and suffering is still there. It's just a deeper pain. It's pretty much a more realistic pain. The pain that if I don't make money, then nothing's going to happen. Like, I'm gonna really be out in the street in the cold or stay at my job because I'm not making no income. So the pain is more realistic. It hurts more. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, if it worked and you do what you need to do, you put all it's not an if it worked. It's you put all the pieces to the puzzle together. Let me write this thought down too, because I don't want to forget. Give me a second. I gotta write my thoughts down so I can't pieces. What's up, Vivian? What's up, Earl? Frank, my man. Seth, Ed. Okay, so we got a lot of people jumping on. Larry, LJ, my man. Okay. All right, so you put all the pieces together. And see, this is why I talk about stuff before the training actually get into the meat and potatoes, because people be coming on, they be jumping on, you scroll up your news feed like, oh, training started, and then you hop in. So you guys that's just getting in, you really haven't missed anything, right? But the pain is the pain is there, right? And then what happens, something magical happens. You put all the pieces together to the puzzle, right? And when you put the pieces together, you start seeing income. But the reward is much bigger on a pay scale than it would be if you were working a 9 to 5, right? So whereas though if I would put 80 hours in straight work, I can guarantee you, right, if you go out here and you ask 80 people and within a week, do they want to start a home-based opportunity, right, that's going to allow them to make some extra money, and they say, sure, what do I have to do? And you give them your website, just your website, that's it. That's nothing else. But you got to physically, like literally, look them in the eye, face to face, not online, not on no social media. I'm talking about face to face, literally. If you did that literally, 80 people in a week, you're going to get 10 sales. I can guarantee that, right? But we go out here, we do 80 hours of nothing but excruciating pain at a job that we don't like doing to get that small reward at the end. You understand what I'm saying? So the balance is off. If you do what you do at your job, if you put in the effort that you put in to get that pay raise or to get that promotion at work, in your own life, in your own business, the reward is going to be greater than any reward you've ever seen. And you do that, I'm going to show you how to do that, right? I'm going to show you how to do that. This works. If it's not working for you, and if your income is not predictable and or consistent, then you're missing something. You're missing a piece of the puzzle, okay? So we're going to talk about this in a second, but in business, as an entrepreneur, right, there is this is your business, okay? This is your business. That's your marketing. That's your marketing, right? This is your website, okay? This is the tools you use to send out your message, right? This is your content, and that's your ad, okay? So you got your message, and then you got these 4 components, okay? And then what happens, you got to connect the components. You got to connect the components. That's all the pieces to the puzzle. The reason we be struggling in business, the reason we struggle when it comes to this situation, right, is because versus us, it may be a disconnect. There's a disconnect somewhere. It can be a disconnect somewhere in the puzzle. But we don't know where that disconnect at because you never seen the whole puzzle put together and see it work in unison with what you're doing and seeing that predictable, consistent income come together. So the puzzle is not formed. If you're not making sales, the puzzle is not formed. You're missing a piece. That's just what it is. So you got your marketing message, right? You got your message. You got your ad that goes out, right? You got your tool that you use to send the messages out to the many people of the world. You got your website, and then you got your, I forgot what that was. Forgot what that was. Your message, ad, tools, website. What was that? What was that, y'all? I forgot what the C meant. What did the C represent? Anybody remember what the C represented? Because I done forgot what it represented. Content. That's what. Somebody was paying attention. You got your content. Boom. See what I'm saying? That's that forgetfulness. So when you connect all the pieces to the puzzle together, then that's when the dollars start coming in. But if it's not connected, this don't happen, right? So how do we even figure out what the pieces to the puzzle is? Because the pieces, they differ in every single thing. Like the pieces differ in every single aspect of business. Like if you're running, depending on the type of business that you're running, the pieces of the puzzle are going to be different. being as though we're working an MCA and any work at home opportunity alike, the pieces to the puzzle is the same depending on, regardless of what business that you're in when you're inside this niche, right? So how do you make those pieces come together to where so you guys can get predictable sales, right? You use the free line. You use the free line. What I mean by the free line is that when people marketing on the internet, offline, when they mark whatever tool they use to be marketing, right? Whatever media you're using, whether it's television, radio ads, whatever the case may be. In this niche, in this arena, we always talk about what. Okay? So if this is the free line, so this is the free line. Everything beneath this line is free. Everything beneath this line is free. So if you got 1,000 marketers this way and 1,000 marketers that way, right? Their free content, and this is the content that they give away, right? So let's make some stick figures here. Okay. So this is the content. They got, all marketers have content. You have content, I have content. Like everybody got content up in them. Content is pretty much information that's going to teach people stuff, bottom line, right? It's information that's going to teach people things that help them change their situations, to actually help them get results in their life, whatever that is that they're looking for, okay? So we all got content. Now, what 90% of internet marketers do, offline marketers, people that's trying to convince people to join business opportunities, things of that nature, they give away the free content. So everything beneath this line is pretty much free, right? Everything above this line is pretty much paid, okay? So when it comes to joining your business, right, they all throwing information into the bucket of free stuff. Whereas though the audience down here, the people, down here that's trying to raise their hand and say, hey, I want to join the business, they looking at the free information. That's the convincing free information that we all giving away in order to convince people to raise their hand to get the good stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you join the game, you see the pattern that's going on. And with that pattern, you jump right in and you say, okay, well, maybe I can give away some free stuff too, and then have people raise their hand with me, right? So this is the ideal plan, right? That's not what you want to do though, okay? This is what you want to do. How do I want to write this? So this is what you want to do. We're going to leave that up there. You want to be, let me move this out the way. Sorry guys, this is going to make sense in a second. I just got to get it right, right? So whereas though this is everybody else free line, and this is their paid content. So this content down here, it's okay. It's fairly good, right? But the content up here, this content is superb. This is awesome content, right? This is great content right there, right? And so when they pay to get on the team, then they get the superb content. And that's a forever cycle. And this is not a win-win, pretty much. This is whatever term you want to use is not a win-win. That's not that. Because what happens is that if I'm a person that's looking for a business opportunity and I'm seeing the same capture pages, the same capture pages, the same information, the same everything, right? If you join my team, look, I just made $12,000. Well, I made $3,000 this week. You join my team, then I'm gonna show you my strategies on how to get $3,000 every single week. That's the free content. That's the convincing stage. So if you join the team, right, and then you get into the team and you realize that you thought that the superb content was coming, but all they got is their solo ads, and you like, oh man, this is only solo ads. There's no other training. There's nothing else that I can do. That's the fake out, right? And so That's what normally happens in this industry that we're in. People are promised the world, and when they get into the world, it's like, yeah, I told you it was paradise, but we still got to fix up, downtown area over there, and then we move some stuff around. It's going, but we getting there. I thought it was already ready. No, it's not ready yet, but be patient, be cool, we got it, right? So that's the fake out, right? So as a marketer that want to create the win-win, you got to move the free line. So this is how you do that. You move the free line. So let's say you come into the game, right? You come into the game. First off, you got to look at yourself as being significant amongst all your competition. I created 17, what is this, week 17? I created 17 weeks of training, right? Not only that, then you have the option to go into the Masters Academy that just, any of my Masters Academy people online, if you're online, explain if you had to compare the two trainers with each other, the Masters training versus the No Boss Lifestyle training, how would you compare, right? Is it like even, a notch up, 2 notches up, 3 notches up? How would you compare? Put it in the comments so other people can see it. But then you have the option to go into more advanced training that's better than what you've been going through all this time. And you thought that this training was like godsend, like this is crazy training, right? That's what you're thinking. So as a marketer coming on board, I'm setting all of you guys up for the win-win, for the crush, the domination. So what that means is that when you come into the game, you are automatically supposed to look at yourself because you joined our team. I'm not saying when you join somebody else's team. I'm not, now this, you're supposed to feel the same way all the time, but I'm not saying when you join somebody else's team or when you join, I'm talking about on this team right here, you can feel significant amongst your competition because these people, this is your competition. Every single other person that's in MCA, even myself, including me, we're your competition. Because if somebody's online, right, let's just say, for instance, they came across your information. They came across your page and you feeling like you're still learning, you're not really at the point where you need to be at, you don't know how to create the win-win situation, but here's my information, go ahead out there and take a look at it. And they take a look at it and then they start doing research, right? They start doing research, they get on YouTube, they this and the third. But somebody else, they come across, let's say they come across Earl information, right? And Earl feels significant. He's a boss in what he do. And so they come across his information and it just ends their search. It stops them in their tracks. They're so intrigued by the information, right, that they forget about you. And they join him because they liked his confidence. He created the win-win and all of those things. Whereas though you still trying to figure it out, okay? In order to create the win-win, and this is how you get easy signups. I'm talking about like the easiest sales I've ever created was when I learned this strategy here. Let me look at some comments real quick. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, y'all did comment. Forgot to ask y'all to do it. Masses is unbelievable. Did I miss anything? Came in late. No, Sharonda, you really didn't miss nothing. I'm just talking about the win-win. Thanks y'all for the comments for the MBR Masters. Masters is like fire. I know, Alexandra, you never get on. All right, cool. But you never have the chance to get on. All right, cool. So, how do you create the significant person? Let me put this in money green because this about to get dangerous right here. And once I learned this strategy, this is the easiest. I mean money green. This is the easiest way that I was able to supplement my income, quit my job, and never have to worry about going back. And can do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it and live a lifestyle that many can't because I did what most won't, right? It was real cliche. But so all you do is you got to move the free line just a notch. Move the free line just a notch, right? And it's going to go right over their head. They ain't even going to realize that it's happening because you just separated yourself from everything because first off, you're going to be significant. Okay, every single person want to be don't, like I put the post in the group today. I said, don't be one of the greatest, be the greatest, right? That was a perfect saying that Ray Lewis and KG talked about. That was the perfect quote. Don't be one of the greatest, be the greatest, right? You want to be the greatest in this game. And if you don't feel like you want to be the greatest and you chilling, and this is not the business for you. This is not the opportunity for you. If you think you're just going to come on here, I'm going to go into work, I'm going to put in my 8 hours and I'm going to go home. This ain't that. If you want to do that, you need to go work at a job, because if you think like that in this industry, in this arena, it's crucial, it's brutal. You will never make money, right? So you want to be the best at whatever venture that you partake in as an entrepreneur, because that's how you create loads and loads of people following you, pushing you straight to the top. Okay? But you move the free line. So whereas though this is their free line and they're giving all these hopes and dreams down here, and then when people buy into the hopes and dreams, they give them whatever content that they have that they think is superb. Right? Whereas though your free line is here, is over top of their superb. So what do you think you're giving away for free? You're not selling hopes and dreams. You passed that, you way past that stage. At this point, you're giving away free their superb. What people would normally pay for, you give that to your peoples for free, framed in a way that makes them want to move forward in business with you. Does that make sense? Right? So now everybody that they had following them is like, wait a minute. This start being ignored. Like it start being like, they got blinders on now, because the stuff that you're giving away is stuff that they are already paying for, but not seeing none of the return. They're not seeing no return on their investment. So when you give away this superb that's going to help them see a return on their investment, you done created a win-win situation. They win because now, listening to you, they're starting to get a result for free. Right? They're getting a free result. You win because you're giving them a free result. Now they want to pay you, because they like, if they told me that for free, I can imagine what they got for their paid stuff. You see what I'm saying? Gotta sign up 5 miles at. Yeah, Sharona, we was working one-on-one all day. That's what's up. That is good. I'm glad to hear that you got a sale. That is definitely what the business is. People don't even think we was like I was working one-on-one with people today. I work one-on-one with people every single day, while at the same time simultaneously doing everything I need to do in the back end, working with my partners, getting this whole system created, doing other trainings and promotions and building stuff and doing websites. Like I do everything simultaneously, and one person wouldn't even know that I'm doing the other 7 things simultaneously, right? Because I got a system in place. Systems are awesome. They are very, very awesome, right? But when you move that free line, everything changes. So let me tell y'all what happened when I moved the free line, right? At first, when I first started out my businesses, and if I can go back, because it's been a while, when I first started working for myself, I started, saying, hey, you can make a lot of money, you can do all these things, right? This is my paycheck, this is what I made, this is, just showing a person what they can make based on if they joined this opportunity or any opportunity that I was part of, right? And so I would get a sale here, it would trickle in every now and again, do that, this, and the third. Like, just like you experiencing right now, I would get a sale, every now and again. It wasn't nothing where I can feel confident in saying, hey, I'm not even going back to work because I know what I can do over this side of town. It was just trickling. But when I learned the win-win scenario, to move that free line to a notch up above everybody else. Now, the only way that I was able to do that is that I had to pay for training. I had to know things that other people, other leaders, not just people, right? Because these are the people. These are the leaders. And there's a bunch of them. You got a bunch of these people. They come out the woodworks, right? They come out the woodworks. There's so many of them. But they all are leaders, that they consider themselves to be leaders. And so I had to pay for mentors and trainings and boot camps and pretty much everything that you all experiencing in my trainings, both my groups, right? Everything that you're experiencing in these scenarios is things that I had to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to learn, because they wasn't just giving this information away. You understand what I'm saying? But when I learned this information, that's when I said, I know something that nobody else in the leadership model knows. I know something where if I wanted to, I can shut down the doors and just dominate whatever market I want to go step foot into and crush everybody, because I know things that people don't understand, like people don't know, that they're not aware of, right? And so when I figured that out, I said, instead of me doing things the same way, the norm, I'm gonna just give away just a taste of newness. And with this new information that I'm gonna give away, it's gonna show these people how to get the results that they haven't ever experienced before. And this is going to happen regardless of what business they're in. But in order for them to keep learning from me, they have to join me so that we can all move as a family, move as a unit. And so that what happened, and this is crazy, right? When I did that, when I knew what I was doing, and I connected the puzzle, and I had a system that fed the audience, taught them, and all this good stuff, right? All the new information. People started dropping out of their opportunities. Like I don't want to do this opportunity no more. I want to join you. And then your compensation plan seems a whole lot better because I get paid every single week. And I don't have to, get three, and I can make as much money as I want. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And you got a system in place, and you got the training, and you got the models, and you got everything else that I need. I'm going to go ahead and do that, right? And so people started dropping out their opportunities. And I started realizing, like, let me see what happened if I teach this. So I would teach that. I would send it out to these people. And guess what? Like clockwork, they dropped out and they joined me. Dropped out, joined me. Dropped out, joined me. Right? Now, it don't happen instantaneously, but you start to see it happen fast. What I mean by that is that if I was to train and put a piece of content online tomorrow and throw it in a group of folks that I think will convert to come over and join me, they'll get the lesson, they'll utilize the lesson, and they'll realize they're getting all this spike in traffic, all this stuff that's happening, right? When they do that, they start to get a result. But then they can't teach people to do the same thing because they still learning themselves, but they need more information. So they gotta join me in order to get that information. But then when they join me to get that information, which may be a week or 2 weeks down the line, right? Then everybody else that they thought about is going to be like, what are you doing? And they're going to start paying attention. And then more people are going to be joining me and paying attention. Next thing you know, I'm this leader because the word going to travel. That dude know what he's talking about. He know what he's talking about, right? So the word going to travel, and you just hit that one pocket, and you hit another pocket, you hit another pocket, and next thing you know, you realizing that every time you do that, you're getting these predictable, consistent signs. That's predictable money. It's not going to happen when I put that down and ain't nobody going to join me. They're going to join me. Like, why should they join me? Because you did one simple thing: move the free line. Right? I already put that in the ground. That's good. Give them the blueprint. Yeah. The one win is the 4 Habits in Stephen Covey book. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Let's go learn. That's what's up. I need 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I don't think I read that. All right, cool. So, but what is this business? I'm sorry, I was at it. This is No Boss Lifestyle Training for MCA. It's awesome. But you should sit and stay. And what are some of the examples of freedom? Yeah, I'm about to get it. You already know, Lauren. I'm gonna give you the examples. Stop playing games. You already know I'm gonna give you the examples. Made it tonight. What's up, Monica? I see you. All right. So before I get into the how to execute this, because you see, and that's another thing. That's another. See what I just did. This is perfect, y'all. You gotta pay attention, okay? You gotta pay attention because what I just did, I just taught y'all something. Now, if you were in a market, whereas though y'all wasn't on my team, and I was trying to get you to come on board with me, right? I'm trying to get you to understand. I would have given you all that information. Now, that's content that you will never see any other leader in the niche putting out. It's very rare that you're going to see them doing that, right? But I just gave you all that content. So the way that I would frame it up, I would give that content, and then I would say something like, I teach my team these things every single week, every week, right? So if you're in a network marketing company, if you're in, let's say, Organo Gold, here's the sneaky part though. The ad that I send out is straight in a group of Organo Gold people, but they don't know that, right? So if you're in Organo Gold and you got to get three, and you haven't learned this strategy to move into a better type of situation, to where you're getting consistent, predictable signups, then you're in the wrong opportunity. I need you to understand that when you join my team, I not only teach you how to execute this, I teach you how to embed it in your brain to where you can teach every single person, regardless of the business you join, for the rest of your life on how to do this. And that's how you create results in your life that can take you away from that 9 to 5, that can take you away from leaving your family and traveling through the cold and traffic and all that good stuff. Join my team so we can get you started. Hit me up. My number is such and such, or my email address is this. You see, and then guess what happens? When you drop that content, remember the content piece, right? When you drop that content into that bucket of people, they're going to go bananas because they've never seen it before. And every single person is going to be hitting you up. Right? Good. So we got some new people on the board. What's up, Chantel? It's a full house tonight, y'all. Like, it's more people on here than I've seen on here in a while, And I'm afraid of public speaking. Right? So I'm about to give you the secret sauce, but that's what I just told y'all is the most important thing. That's what I did. I did stuff like this, dropped it in a pool of people, and then people would start joining me out of the blue. But I never paid attention to the signups. I didn't start paying attention to the signups until I realized that I was getting an excessive amount of people joining me all the time. And I'm like, this is working. So let me say if I put it over here in this group of people, on this group of entrepreneurs, on these people that's struggling. Everybody's struggling. You can pick a struggle point, drop some content in the bucket, right? And then extract sales. Drop some content in the bucket and extract sales. So what do you teach? I mean, how do you, what was the question? Examples of the I already gave the examples of the content. What are some examples of free content? Okay. Gotcha. Right? So the question is, what are some examples of the free content? What are some examples? Let's take a step back, right? We gotta talk about. So we're gonna get into examples. Y'all got all this. Y'all understand this, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and erase this for a second, because what y'all having problems with is not the content. It ain't the first problem that you gotta solve. The first problem that you must solve instantly, right? It's your framework. Like, hold on, I just read something. Let me read something real quick. Let's say, That's what I read. Yeah, so this is the first thing that you gotta solve is your framework. Your framework is like when people I'm gonna reference something, right? But don't take this the wrong way. When people come to your business, it's like they just stepped in the high-rise building that would be on like the movie The Wire, the project scene, right? That's how you got your framework all framed up. It's like, you know how you step you drive into a city, into a town, you go into the projects, and then you step into that high-rise building. It's like, ooh, I hope nothing don't happen on my head, right? So that's 9 times out of 10 how people feel when they touching your MCA stuff. That's how your framework feel. When they step into my framework, it's like, this is nice. Oh man, look at that. Look at all that. Oh man. So it's more like when you gotta fix your framework, right? And the way that you do that is that you gotta show up elegant, desirable, attractive, like no one else. Stop thinking that you can show a person a video, talk to them about they can make $80 in a week, and they're going to just join your business. Business don't work like that. It just don't. Not in this arena. We are brutal. There are people getting gazillions of ads every day asking them to join something. Open your email up. Look in your email and watch how many people is asking you to join something. Right? And need that be through autoresponders. It can be through pretty much anything. It can be through pretty much every single thing. Everybody's getting bombarded with messages on how to join something. So if you think that you're just going to go out there and say, hey, join me in this, regardless of how you deliver that message, join me in this because you can make this, because these people have made this, you should join this team. They done heard that 70,000 times a day. You just showing up like another Me Too product, right? Hey, I was thinking about joining that. Oh, me too. Join me too. You don't want to be that person. So you gotta fix your framework, right? I'm gonna teach you how to fix your framework in 2 seconds. But let's talk about this free content. Our free content is so simple, we overcomplicate it. All right, so I gotta go into the drawing example. I was trying to avoid this example for 17 weeks, right? All right, so let me do it like this. Gotta see the significance. Fix your mind, right? So you trying to get a person, this is the content. You trying to get a person to go from point A to point B in this industry. Every single one of y'all, every person, I don't care who you is in this industry, doesn't make a difference. Where your income at, you trying to go from where you at today to happiness with dollars flowing into your bank account like a river flowing in the city. That's what you're trying to go from point A to point B. That's where you. That's the goal for every single person, right? Our niche is easy. It's easy because if that's all that they want to do, I can definitely show you how to do that. Okay, so that's the goal. So what's your free content? If you know that this is the goal, this person over here, they sad, they don't like their situation, they don't probably like their job, the people they hang around, the whole world is just stressful and they live in turmoil pretty much, right? On the inside, but on the outside, they gotta always put on a happy face. They gotta always act as if their life is better. They live in the Facebook, what we call the Facebook dream, which means that your Facebook, if you scroll down anybody's newsfeed, their Facebook newsfeed, I mean their wall look awesome. They always going out, they always having fun, they always doing this and third. But if you like go into one of those pictures inside Facebook, like magically you can just go in there and peer into their life, you're gonna be like, oh, it's so much turmoil going on that it's ridiculous. That's the person that they are right now. They want to go from that to this, happy, being able to do what they want, travel where they want to go at, right? Being able to say, you know what, it's been real stressful for the month of business. I'm gonna go and take a cruise. I'm gonna go and put my feet in some blue water by the end of the month. With no problem, they can do that, right? That's the lifestyle that they want to live. But they have no idea on how to make that happen for themselves. They don't even know where to begin to make that happen for themselves. And guess what? There is nobody on the leadership board that's teaching them how to do that or make it happen unless they join a team. That's just sad. That's a sad existence. That's just bad. Like, I feel sorry for people like that. I feel real pity because it's like, or remorse should I say, because it's like you're out here searching for a solution and can't find it because every single person that you come across want to say, join me before I give you a solution, and then you're taking a chance. You're already scared because you done tried so many other things, and I gotta try this again just to see that it don't work. So what's your free content going to be? It's going to teach them how to go from point A to point B in as many ways possible as you can explain it. Okay, so and trying to do this, you got different milestones, right? You got different milestones. It can be 4 different stages that you can explain, right? This is just one way of explaining this. You can explain this. Be creative, right? Like you can be creative in explaining this scenario. But first off, I always explain, because I know this person, I know what they're going through. I always pull out all the pain points, right? I'm telling them about the pain points because that's important. Like, you have to watch week 11 if y'all haven't done so already, because that's so important. I do that. I take that frame and I do it every time. Now, I don't skip a time. There's not one time I don't use that frame. I use it every time when I'm trying to recruit people into my business or get people to get me to extract money from my audiences, right? I use it every single time. I point out the pain points. So this is the pain point, right? That's the pain. You don't like your job. You don't like what you're doing. You're looking for extra income. Life is stressful. Whatever pains you can create, whatever ones you can think of, pull them out. And then when I pour those pains out, I relate it to me in a way. So I tell them, I say, you know, I used to be that. Like, that's what I did. And then that did not feel good. I hated it. The reason I hated it so much is because, and now I'm going to a story, because, you know, something happened where as though I couldn't do this or I couldn't do that, and that wasn't going to work, and then life was bad. So I needed to find a solution, right? So then I give them a promise. I promise that by the time you finish learning this training, you want to know exactly how to go from point A to point B, because that's where you want to be at. You want to be happy, right? So that's my promise to you, right? And then I give them the content on how to do it. And I do this by talking about, I do this by talking about what don't work versus what work. Right? And then after I do that scenario, I say, join me for everything else that I can give you. So this is the meat and potatoes right here. What don't work versus what work. What don't work? Well, you try to join XYZ company, right? You talk to your family and friends. You were speaking to every single person that you can think of to try to join you in business. And if you're thinking that's going to work, because if that's going to work and bringing in a consistent, predictable paycheck with your family and friends and everybody else that you know, you set yourself up for failure, because you'll never have a consistent paycheck coming in doing those things. And so when you realize that that didn't work, then you started realizing that you don't know how to get leads and signups, and you don't know how to get people to consistently come to you. So now you just got a big problem on your hand, another bill, because you joined that company. Then you tried another company and went through the same process. And you tried another company and went through the same process. You tried another company and went through the same process. And you still stuck at this place looking sad, pitiful, and just can't figure it out. Right? So let me go ahead and give you the solution to that right now. I'm going to show you exactly how to solve that problem right now. First off, you need a credible opportunity. So if your company don't pay you every single week, then you're in the wrong opportunity, because you either getting paid every week on your job or every 2 weeks on your job. And if you don't have a business opportunity that's going to supplement that, and you don't even know how much you're going to get paid, and it's like, well, if I get 3 and then they hit HV levels and then my binary is my strong legs, then I might get you. That's confusing as crap. If I get a sign up, I'm going to make $80. That's simple, right? Simple. You need a simple business that's going to pay you every single week. That's the first thing. I got that business. You don't talk about it. You say, I got that opportunity. We'll talk about that later, because that's not important. That's not what you've been struggling with. You haven't been struggling with trying to find an opportunity. There are gazillions of them out there. You're struggling with how to turn that opportunity into leads, signups, and sales consistently, so that you can have a predictable result in order to get money every single week, so you can get out of this pitiful state, right? So how do you do that? Right? So the first thing you want to do is you have to create a system. You got to put a system in place that's going to allow you to bring in everything that you need for your business. So it's like a bunch of systems, but they connect it all together. So the first system is your lead system, right? Your system that's going to bring you in leads all the time, consistently, boom, 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 boom. Now you're getting these leads, but now the next system is that you got to introduce these leads elegantly, in a way to where as though they are getting a great introduction, an awesome experience like they've never seen before. So you need a system in place that's going to deliver your message. And then once you deliver the message, then you need a system in place that's going to close the people and then train the people. Because if you got to do all that on your own, then you're going to get burned out before you get started. So that's why you set up a system. I have that system in place for you as well. And that's how you create predictable, consistent income into your businesses when you're thinking about joining, right? That's just an example, guys. I can go further. I go further into it when I'm actually talking to a person. But that's the example of creating a content piece that people will go bananas over because no one talk about it. Well, yeah, absolutely, Michael. You're so welcome. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that I would make. You know what I mean? And then depending on who I'm talking to, I'm pretty much going to frame the message to meet their need. You know, so I can be talking to a person that's working at a Wow or Walmart, right? I can be talking to that person. I can be talking to the CEO of a company. I'm going to frame it differently for him, right? So this content piece is adjusted based on who the target market is. That's what it is, right? So that's how you frame I mean, that's how you create the content piece, right? So let's talk about the framework, because the framework is the most important part. Because if you can't deliver this message, then there's no point, because ain't nobody seeing it, ain't nobody hearing it. Like it's pointless if you can't deliver the message. So how do you frame this to be delivered? And stop complicating this. It's real simple. It's real simple. We use the conversion pros. That's what we use. The conversion pros, right? The conversion pros. Now, with ultimate leverage, that's coming out. That's supposed to be coming out tonight, isn't it? It's almost finished, y'all. So either tomorrow or Thursday, everybody will have access to ultimate leverage. And guess what? It's no charge. It's going to be a system that we put in place for the No Boss Lifestyle team that's going to allow you to get lead sales and signups on autopilot every single day as soon as you plug it in. So with ultimate leverage, there's going to be your framework, right? But with ultimate leverage, I ain't even going to draw it, but they're going to come in to the ultimate leverage. Well, let's not talk about them. You're going to get ultimate leverage. You're going to set up your system. When you set up your ultimate leverage system, you're going to go through the specialized traffic training program that I got coming out with ultimate leverage. So it's a specialized traffic program that you get automatically with ultimate leverage, which means that you're going to do the traffic. It's not a solo ad. You're not going to be doing no Facebook ad campaign and saying, hey, what they say, like, comment, and share on my videos. You're not going to be throwing you as a real traffic training. Okay, it's real traffic. So you're going to do the traffic training. You're going to learn how to send targeted traffic to a system that's built to sell people into MCA and spit money out the back end. And all you got to do is take the traffic and throw it into this, or take the system and put it into that pool of traffic and watch the sales fall off the end of it. That's a system. That's how you make six-figure income earners on autopilot. That's what I want to create for my team. I want to create a team of six-figure income earners on autopilot. How does that sound? Right? And then when they join MCA, guess what? They come right through the 12 weeks program. You just literally automated your whole opportunity. And we're going to have the best capture system on the planet that's better than any capture system. We're going to have the best system for recruiting on the planet, better than any system in recruiting that you've seen up to this point. That's how ultimate leverage is designed, because guess what? It's teaching them something that's going to be above so many levels than any leader in this industry have ever thought about teaching. And I created it from the ground up with the help of my man Van Systems, right? So that's the framework. But before we drop that product, I just had to put the plug in. Y'all know I had to put the plug in, right? Before we create that product, you got to work on your framework. So we use the conversion pros, right? So the conversion pros give you, I'm going to just make this simple, a capture page. Y'all do not complicate this. Do not overcomplicate it. And like I say, I'm going to just talk about this stuff. Greg Buttram, he going to break it down on the new members' questions. So if you like how you set up this, you better put the questions in the chat, so that not this chat, but the chat that's posted on the group for the new members' questions. Put it in there, because he going to break down how to execute. I give you the content. I ain't got time to be like, all right, y'all, let's go jump on the computer so I can go ahead and give you the break. I ain't got time for all that. He going to do that. I do this. That's how we create the win-win for our team. Make sense? Let me see if any comments over here real quick. Oh my gosh. How long was we paused, y'all? Let me put, we couldn't have been paused that long. We couldn't have been paused that long. Like how Larry break it down, I understand a whole lot better. People don't even break it down. No, ain't nobody gonna break it down. Shay, I don't even know why you was wasting your time on the other teams. Oh, all right, I thought we was paused. Cool. Yes, let's go. Can't wait either. Is that for everyone or NBL Masters? Yeah, that's for every person, Lauren. That's for everybody. Every single person. I tried to live stream for 5 minutes and had to get off because I got so nervous. I'm going to teach y'all how to live stream without nervous. That's another product I'm bringing out. How to live stream without being nervous. Oh, man. Let me see. We still going. You was live the whole time. All right, I thought I was frozen because my phone was saying you are frozen. All right, cool. So, all right, that's what's up. That is what's up. So let's not complicate. I'm ready to go from A to B. I hear that, Tulsa. Make sure we. Hold on, y'all. All right, we good. All right, so that's not complicated. Let's not overcomplicate this at all. I'm telling y'all, when I started this training tonight, right before I started, I always gotta take a second. When I started this training tonight, I really was like puzzled on what should I train you guys on, right? And I did not know up until I started playing that music because I don't want to keep. My whole goal is to move you to sales. Right? If you can't get sales, none of this makes a difference. It don't make a difference how good the trainers are. It don't make a difference how good any of this is. If my team is not making sales, then none of it makes a difference. So my goal, my crushing goal is to get you signups beyond your wildest beliefs. And I'm going to do everything, and I'm going to continue putting things in place because I got a ear tuned in to my team that's unlike any leader in this industry. Now I've been on a movie Superman, right? The new Superman, the new version of Superman. Superman was sitting up in the sky. He was chilling back like this, but he can hear everything that was going on in the earth. And then when he heard one thing that was an emergency, he swooped down and solved the problem, right? That's kind of how I am with the team. I'm sitting back and I'm listening while I'm doing everything else at the same time. And I'm listening to the problems, the situations, the occurrences, everybody that hit me up, everybody that hit the other partners up. And I'm taking this all in, and I formulated in my mind to create an executionable plan that's going to get you to a result as fast as possible. And that's what I train on based on the weeks that keep going. So it never gets old. It's based on your problems, right? And it's not redundant. So I'm not going to say if a person say, well, I'm really having trouble setting up both my websites. Well, I got to do a training on that. No, that's not going to happen. I refer to people that can be referred to the stuff that we already talked about, but I train on the more important things that solves the result problem. You got to get the result. You got to make the sale. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, so here we go. Let's not overcomplicate this. I use the conversion pros. It's real simple. When you join the conversion pros under someone on this team, we have a share code, right? But you have to join under someone on the team. We have a share code. Now, if you're on the team, you already got conversion pros. Of course, you're going to get the share code as well, right? So that was just a pointless statement to make, but don't grade me on it. You got a capture page, and I done created 3 more content videos for the capture page. I mean for the content piece. So we got a capture page, right? Then we got a content piece, which is in video format. I don't know why I always do 2 boxes. I know why. And then there's a button on that capture page that sends them to your MCA website, right? And then Earl just said he has an email follow-up sequence that anybody can use if y'all want more information on it. Y'all can contact him, right? Look at that. So he has an email follow-up system that anybody can use. But for the most part, I just complicated it, right? For the most part, you got a capture page. Hey, you want to make some money from home? And I'm just being real generic. That's not what the capture page said. Hey, you want to make some money from home? Put your name and email in the box. I want to make some money from home. I'm going to put my name and email in the box. Here's how you make some money from home. Give them that whole scenario, the content piece, right? Framed in a way that they've never heard it before. Wow, that sounds interesting. That sounded really, really good. Let me go ahead and find out how I can do that. They land on your website, right? And your website got different components on it. It's going to tell them about MCA. It's going to tell them about how to get paid. It is going to tell them about team training. If you're not talking about MC, if you don't have a compelling video about MCA on your website, you're doing something wrong. You got to fix it. If you don't have a compelling video on your website talking about how you get paid, the compensation plan, you're doing something wrong. You got to fix it. And if you don't have a video on your website talking about how your team offers training so that they can do it too, you're doing something wrong. You got to fix it. Your website must have those three components. If it don't have those three components embedded into the website, then you're doing something wrong. It needs to be fixed, and we need to actually fix that so that you can make a website built for sales. Okay? Y'all just gave me another idea too. Just gave me a great idea. Love training. All right, so that's what happens, and then when all that falls in place, dollars fall out the back of this. Right? And that's how you go from being mad, not understanding, to happy. Because you done figured it out. Right? You done figured it out. It's real simple. Like we use TCP, you grab a capture page, you grab some content, connect it to your website. Right? One more piece. You got your ad. Your ad don't send people to your capture page. That's not how I get instant signups, right? Because everybody sends people to a capture page. When a person say, hey, give me more information. Or when a person see your ad, I'm sorry, no, I don't even say that. When a person see your ad, that ad, they click a link on the ad, right? This is a link. They click the link and it takes them straight to the capture page. That's wrong. That's the wrong way to market. Why? Because that's what everybody doing. You can't look like everybody else. You cannot look like everybody else when you in business because you will get everybody else's results. You know what I'm saying? How many people seen a Rodney Walker capture page? I'll use his name because he's a popular dude and MCA, everybody know him. So. Anybody seen the Rodney Walker capture page? A page where Rodney Walker capture leads. Anybody seen that? If you haven't, say, Lauren, you seen the Rodney Walker capture page where he actually captured leads, or have you seen a website? Okay, now when y'all seen that capture page, right? How did y'all get to the capture page? That's what I'm talking about. Not a website, a capture page where it's not talking about MCA. It's a capture page where they put their name, their email address in the box before they get to the website. No, that's his website, Alexandra. That's what I'm talking about. Right. Not the website. Right? The reason I asked that question is because he do have a capture page. He has one. But the only way that you're going to see that capture page, just like the only way you're going to see my capture page, right? You're not going to go to my YouTube channel You're not going to click on a link and it's not going to take you to a capture page. You're not going to scroll up my Facebook. You ain't going to click on a link. It's not going to take you to my capture page. You're not going to look on my fan page, scroll up, whatever the case may be, click a link and see my, you're not going to find my capture page like that. You never will, ever, not in life, right? Because you don't explore the market like everybody else. So how do a person get to your capture page? That's the big question, right? So that's the big question. When I send my ad out to the marketplace, I don't have no link on it. I don't care what ad I send out. I ain't talking about the video where I'm saying, you know, you make some money. I'm talking about whatever ad I send out. I never have a link on my ad. I have a way for the person from the ad to hit me up, to contact me. And then when they contact me, I say, hey, how you doing? Right? They say I'm doing cool. I say great. Go to my capture page. Put your link in. Put your name in. Watch my content. Check out MCA. Why go through the big hassle? What's the point of going through the big hassle? Right? If it is shared. It'll probably be by you. Right? Why go through the big hassle? Now, it may be, let's say it's 200 people that hit this page in one day, right? In one day. And that's all success is, y'all. If y'all send some valid traffic to a great ad, and then that ad is compelling enough to make a person hit you up, and you send them through your funnel, because this is your sales script, right? You send them through your funnel, to pull out dollars in the bank, you're going to be a happy camper all day long. Because 200 people that come through this process, somebody going to close if this process is set up right. If you send 200 people through this and nobody close, something's wrong here. Something is completely wrong on this end and you got to fix it. Because if ain't nobody closing, then you're doing something wrong, son. Right? So what happens is that I do this because they want to feel like this is a real person and he just spoke to me. Let me really check this out. They're going to feel like an obligation to do this. No, I'm not going to do this for all 200 people. I'm not going to do this for all 200 people that hit my ad. You know, I'm going to do it with 20 to 30 of them. I'm going to do it with 20 to 30 of them in that day, and then the rest I'm gonna cut on some type of autoresponder so that when they hit me up, it'll automatically send them to this page. But the 20 or 30, I'm having that conversation, especially when you're starting out. Now, after you start making money at MCA and you're not looking for the quick weekly stuff, you can just stop talking to people and just send them here. But until you get that consistent predictability going on and you get some influence and you start to become a leader and people start looking up to you, you got to have this conversation and you got to send them through this process. Because if you don't, you're killing your conversions. Yeah, dynamic experience, human interaction, and nobody else is doing this. It makes you look better. You know how many people hit me up on YouTube and say, I did not expect for you to hit me back. You are the first person that has ever hit me up. I want to join your team. I need to join your team today. What is your information so I can do that? Oh, see, look at this. My name is Zachary. Can you please give me a call ASAP? Zachary, I just seen this message. I ain't even look at your message. And Zachary is on the training tonight. We got to get together and see what you're doing. All right, so wait, that's pretty much what I do. You get them a human interaction game, and you send them through this process. You understand what I'm saying? And this part becomes easier because you got this set up. Now, what happens is that people don't take the time to set this up. They got this going on. That's what they got going on. And a person see that ad, contact them, and they send them way over here. And then they write, comments saying, I'm not getting no signups. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. You ain't doing nothing at all. You got to build the funnel. You got to build your in-between, right? Week 1 through 12 was the grunt work. The grunt work has to be done so that you can understand the process, so it can be instilled in your brain so that you can have the confidence to deliver MCA with confidence and credibility and show your leadership skills so that you can understand the process of sales, understand the process of marketing, and know what it means to put an ad online, to go out to a marketplace that make people respond and buy stuff. So if I'd have gave you all this up front, right? The system, the handicap you. Like every other thing that you've been in, you'd have been handicapped. So I do that on purpose. Because that's the way that I knew how to learn. That's how I learned, and that's how I got so good. I went through the grunt work first, and then I learned the automation. Because if you're automating bad stuff, you're going to get bad results, regardless, and you're going to have a continuous cycle of failure, right? But now that you done went through the 12 weeks, that's a great question, Rick. Exactly. They always contact you first before they go to any links. There's a big myth in this world, right? There's a big myth. I'm about to be a myth buster right now. Okay? Whoever told you that, you don't have to speak to anyone. They was lying to you. It's a myth. How the world you gonna run a business operation without speaking to nobody? So let's say, how do you control people putting in false info in your capture page just to see what's on the other side? Would having them confirm the email address inside the email. That's just your leadership skills. You are not coming across as a leader in their eyes, so they are looking to pretty much manipulate you. And I never fall into that category. Never in life. It's a lot of things that people do not do no more. Like they don't ask me, is it a scam? I never get that. They never put information, because every single person that contacts me, right? We have that conversation. We have the conversation on why they need to join, why they want to join me. For what? What's the reason? What's the purpose? And if they don't answer right, my intuition tell me who's real and who's not. I choose who I want to work with. I don't work with every single person. I turn a lot of people down because they are not the type of people that I want to work with, right? I had somebody that I was going to work with. They was being like super impatient about just things that MCA was doing, and I didn't like the way they responded. They were responding. So you know what? I said, you know what? We can't work together. Go find another sponsor because you're not going to be a good fit for my team. Are you serious? I'm dead serious. Like, that's just what it is. right? And so when you start to put on first build confidence, stop playing games with people, right? This is your business, take it serious. And then when you start taking it real serious, like a business, not like a hobby, not like something you're doing. Oh, I'm just going to join that thing. No, you're going to join the No Boss Lifestyle team, where I teach you how to create income for yourself and your family, and that you can live the No Boss lifestyle. If you don't want to do that, then go out there and good luck on your business ventures. But if you want to be serious and you want to work and know that you got to put in work, then you want to join me. And you have to be able to follow directions, and you have to be consistent, because I'm not going to deal with tire kickers, right? And when you lay down your foundation like that, you telling them this is the qualifications to joining your team. Not, oh yeah, we're making a lot of money, and I think that if you join us, you're going to make money too. And I don't care nothing about that. I care about what type of person are you, and are you going to take this serious? And then they want to be told what to do. And so, and if you come across like that authoritative person that you're supposed to be, when you showing the significance, remember the little dude that was up here above everybody else? When you being significant amongst your competition, amongst your peers, amongst every single person, right? Then that's how you stop the bull crap. Stop being timid in your business. And then my B&B list is on fire right now. But they call it on fleek. My B&B business, my B&B situation is lit. Y'all know what B&B is, right? The abandoned block. My B&B is awesome. You're going to B&B list quick. Since I've joined, I've asked questions, and the only thing I've gotten is that you watch the videos. No training, just watch the videos from a group I was added to that I had figured out exactly. It's hard to get the mindset of what you learn first, but take your time. What if you do a YouTube video and call to action, still contact you first? Never go to your sales phone. They never go to my sales. They never go straight to my sales phone. They always hit me up. I'm gonna talk about that too. Let me answer Tulsa Franklin. Hey Tulsa. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're talking about this group or if you're talking about other people. Since I've joined, I've asked questions, and the only thing I've gotten is that you watch the videos. Okay, so Tulsa says when she joined, she asked questions, and people saying, did she watch the videos? Did she watch the videos? Go watch the videos, right? The videos take you down a sequential, our videos in our group, from week 1 through 12. So if you go into the search bar, you type in week 1, week 2, week 3, you're going to see the trainings. Week 1, it blows your whole business wide open. It just opens it up for you. It opens your mindset. It teaches you sequentially how to run your operation, setting your business up properly from the start. Once you watch that video, you're going to have your foundation laid out for you, right? From that video, then you're going to move to week 2 and week 3 bonus, then week 4. Once you do all 4 of those videos, there's not going to be a question that you have that has not been answered, right? But however, if you still have questions, then you want to definitely post your questions to the group wall, because some people that you may ask questions to may not know the answer. They may not be familiar. They may not, it's just a whole lot of things that can go on with that. But if you post your questions to our group wall, then myself, Lewis Systems, Gregory Butcher, Marcella Stiles, Yolanda Williams, Willie Will, Frankel, Earl, I can keep going naming names, right? It's a whole bunch of us that are masters at this. And so we'll see that question, and we'll see somebody answer, they may answer it the wrong way. And we'll chime in and correct it, and then we'll also lead you down the right path on what you need to be doing. Don't get frustrated if somebody's telling you to go to the videos. Post your questions to the group wall. If I see it, you're going to get the answer that you need, and you're going to know how to go forward to the next step so that you won't be struggling. Okay, so we don't want nobody feeling like they can't get their questions answered, because that's not team. And we are the only team in MCA. You understand what I'm saying? It's hard to get out of the mindset of what you learned first, but take your time to reprogram. It is, Vivian, and that's an awesome statement that you made. We are all programmed a certain way, right? We all do things certain ways. We've been taught the wrong stuff. That's the bottom line. We got to reprogram our minds because the right stuff is right in front of your face, but you got all this information in your head that you got to wipe clean and just start from scratch and do it the right way. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's a great statement that you made. Next question. You are a boss, so you need to act and think like a boss. Exactly, Alexandria. And keep it moving. I keep it moving all the time. What do you do on YouTube video? To the videos because they were actually from the live training. It would be much better to get the entire thought afterward and you post a question. Yeah, Ed. What if you do a YouTube video and they call to action? Still contact you first, never go to your sales funnel? Great question, Rick. So Rick say, if I do a YouTube video and I got a call to action, you know what my call to action is on every single YouTube video I ever put out? This is my ending, right? So if you want to join, if you want to learn how to do this and you want to move forward with me and we can lock on so we can have, we can go in and have a business relationship, then I need you to do one thing. Send me an email. It's going to be in the link. The email is to successathome@gmail.com. Again, and I say it twice, to successathome@gmail.com. When you send me that email to that link, I'm going to send you back the information and we're going to go ahead and get you started. And guess what? Every single time they email me or they leave something in my comments, and if they comment, I hit the comments. Hey, send me an email to successathome@gmail.com every single time. I never send a person to. I never put my link in my comments. In my description, and I never put my link to them when they hit me in my comments. I always tell them to hit me up first, and then I send them to my page because that's human interaction. That trumps everything. When a person doesn't got in contact with a human, and when they hit me up, I don't just send them the link. I say something, right? Hey, thanks for reaching out. This is Larry. It's nice to meet you. I'm glad that you liked my video. Many people hit me up. They hit me up all the time, but I only work with certain people. My goal is to get you results. If you're looking for results, then we can work together. But first, before we do any of that, I need you to check out what I have going on. So go to this page, check it out, make sure, and if it pulls up for you, send me an email, let me know that you see it. They go to the page, it pulls up, and they say, hey, I see it. And I say, okay, great, go through that, and then let me know when you're done. They talking directly to a person that they viewed as being a celebrity online. I don't believe I'm really talking to this person. They doing all these big things. They really going to help me. I see what they're doing. They are excited. They are super excited. Why? Because the way that I come across in my information is not like, anybody can do this. I want y'all to join my team. We got a great team. We do big things. I say, listen, my team is the best team in MCA. If you want to stop struggling in your business, then you need to join this team because everything else that you've been doing from this point is not working. You know it's not working. I know it's not working. Why are you playing games with yourself? If you're ready to be on a good team and you're ready to make some good money, then you need to hit me up. Here's my email address. That's how I'm talking to the people, right? And when you do that, you come across as authoritative, confident, know what you're doing, not playing no games. You take your business serious. And if anybody outside of that equation is turned off, they won't contact you. But the people that want to be told how to start a business and not play games with it, they're going to contact you every time. You're filtering out your peoples before they even contact you. Because you only want to attract the people that resonate with you. That's it. It don't happen no other way. Main reason, tell them you wanted to give them an opportunity to learn how to launch his or her business. Nobody use the concise marketing strategies, business etiquette 101. Exactly, Marcella. That's well spoken. Gregory is great in answering. Yeah, that's why Gregory is the man for the plan. He's the one doing the trainings on the new members' questions. I was never directed to a week one. I joined, then they added to a group. That's what I'm saying. All right, so Tulsa, we're gonna have to get you. Send me an email, Tulsa. Let's go ahead and get you situated. We ain't even got to go through the whole shenanigans. Just send me an email so we can go in, or send me an instant message, or whatever the case may be, after training, and we get you on the right track. No worries, Tulsa. Oh, you already handled it, Greg. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You done beat me to the punch. So if they email me first, then we don't need to send them to a capture page since we have their email, right? Send them. All right, Rick. Rick, you gotta understand the point. Look. Everything stays in place, right? You're not sending them, they're not emailing you to get an email. They're emailing you so that they can see that you are a real person. You're not out here looking like everybody else. Stop thinking about the technical stuff of this. Think about people. Stop looking at your people like leads and signups. I look at people like human beings, like a person that has a family that's looking to change their life. I'm looking at that person like a human being. From human to human. Hey guy, what's going on? How you doing? All right, great. My name's Larry. What's your name? Oh, Tom. Tom, great. How's it going? Nice to meet you, Tom. Listen, I just did that. And then Tom say, hey, listen, I just saw your video. Can you give me some more information? Sure, Tom, I can give you a lot of information on that. Listen, send me an email real fast. And when you email me, I'll go ahead and forward you some information. Sounds good? Because I don't have time to talk about it all right here. Oh yeah, good. I'll send you an email. All right, great, Tom. I'll talk to you later. Tom going to send me an email, and then when Tom sends me the email, I'm going to send him to my capture page. The capture page is going to also capture his email, and then he's going to go to my content, he's going to go to my website, he's going to sign up. But I'm still going to have his email in my Aweber. Not because he emailed me, but because that's my process, that's my system. He only emailed me so I can see that he's real, that he can see that I'm real, that we can have that one-on-one, that old school shake hands, look the person in his eyes, then you sell them something type feel. That's gone away now with new technology. People look at tools, fads, new stuff, the shiny object, and think that they don't have to talk to people. It's a myth, guys. In order to be a boss in this industry and to make as much money as one, you have to speak to somebody. You have to talk to people, right? That conversation don't have to be over the phone. It don't have to be face to face, but it has to be through some type of communicative type situation where they are talking to you and you're responding to them live, right? In order to make people feel comfortable enough to sign up under you. Hope that makes sense. It's terrible when you are told there's no reason to ever talk to anyone ever. It's happens. Right. So, and see, oh man, and the people are falling for this. Like they literally like, yay! I ain't gotta talk to nobody, right? and they sitting there looking like this. They sitting there looking like this. This Friday, when everybody else get paid from MCA, they looking like that because they didn't speak to nobody last week. Oh man, y'all is crazy. Because they ain't speak to nobody last week, they looking like that on Friday. Listen, that's a myth, guys. That's a myth. You have to speak to everyone, right? You have to speak to everyone so that when Friday come around, you know what I'm saying, you're not looking like that, you're looking like that, right? all them laughy faces y'all put up, that was so funny just now. What kind of world would it be? You imagine that? You imagine going into Shoe City, right? Going into the mall or wherever you're going. Like, no, let's say like you're going to order your takeout food. You're going to order some carryout. You at the takeout place. You at the carryout place, and you gotta put in your order for them to take, for them to make your food, and you up there like, And they like, and you like, and then they like, got you. And then they bring your food out. What do you think you're gonna get? Huh? You don't know what they're gonna bring out the bag because you didn't speak to them. So that's just the way it is. You have to speak to everyone. You know, that's a myth. Don't believe the hype, guys. Do not believe the hype. I'm telling you. Y'all crazy. I'm cool to talk to people. I just thought I could send them the video landing page since I'm already in convo with them. Like, listen, it's this place up on 33rd. They make your food. They bring you out the greatest meal. They know exactly what you want. You ain't even got to talk to them. What? Where they at? I'm going up there today. Nah, but yeah, so we gotta talk to people, right? So that's the training tonight. Let me make sure I didn't forget nothing. I know what I'm doing. So remember the puzzle, guys. You gotta remember the puzzle, right? Because the puzzle is important. Puzzle is important. This box too close. That's too close. Right? I forgot that box. So you got your marketing, content, ad, your website, and your I forgot that box. Let's so quick quiz. Anybody remember what was in that box? That's how I make it up on the fly. Anybody remember what was in tools? There we go. Tools. Boom. Y'all is awesome. That was Chantel paying attention. Okay. Hey, Larry, can you scroll up to my question? Let me see if I can find your question, Lauren. Let me see if I can find it. What's the preferred method of contact when you put an ad out? Great question, Lauren. That's the one, right? So the preferred method of content when I put an ad out, it all depends. If they're on Facebook, they're going to message me. If they're on YouTube, I'm going to tell them to email me. Why? Because you don't want to. All right. So you want to be congruent. There go that word again, systems. You want to be congruent. Congruency means if I'm on Facebook, I'm not in Gmail, right? So if I'm on Facebook and I say, send me an email, they gotta pull up Gmail, they gotta log in, right? You probably never get that email. But if they're on Facebook, you say message me. Click your name, click your message, and then type what they say, and then they back to doing whatever they're doing. They back in their newsfeed. That's congruency. That's fast, that's quick, it's easy, it's simple, but they done hit it. If they're in YouTube, 9 times out of 10, they are signed into their Gmail account. They are signed in, right? And so instead of sending them over Facebook, they're like, oh, I gotta go to Facebook, log in, whatever the case may be. Now they can just hit the message, hit your name on YouTube, and then they can send you an email right then and there. Because they already logged into Gmail. Because Google owns Gmail, YouTube, Google Voice, all that's congruent. When you logged in one, you logged in all. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever platform I'm hitting them on, that's the platform they contacted me on. Pretty much. All right? So we're going to go out in style tonight. But yeah, so listen, this is the takeaway. Wow. This is the takeaway. All right? That's the takeaway. So when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, you got to connect this puzzle. You got to connect the pieces. Right? You got to have your ad. But first you got to create a compelling message. The message has to be created. When that message is created, everything else works. everything else because your message is solid, is set in stone, right? My message is my main message, and anybody can use this message. I don't care because I'm a leader and it doesn't matter, right? But my main message is, do you want to create a second income with something like that? You want to create a second income without having to get a second job, right? You want to create a second income without having to get a second job. I can send that to anybody that hate their job. They're going to see that message, it's compelling. Yeah, I want to do that. How you do that? They're going to see that ad because that message is created from that ad. They're going to come to my content, right? Because the content, well, first off, I'm going to create the message. I'm going to use a tool, whatever tool that is. It can be, whatever traffic tool I decide to use, offline or online. And there's gazillions to choose from, right? Whatever tool that is, I'm going to take that tool and I'm going to send that message with an ad out to the marketplace. They're going to see that ad and they're going to be like, yeah, I want to create a second income without a second job. How do you do that? They're going to come to my content piece and I'm saying, do you want to know how to create a second income without a second job? I'm going to show you how to do that right now. That's my big promise to you, right? But first, understand what you've been doing up to this point ain't been working so far. That's why you're here. So what are some of the things you've been doing trying to do that? And I'm going to go into the content piece, right, by moving that free line. I'm going to move it. I'm going to move that free line all the way up as far as I can move it so it can be significant amongst everything else they done seen up to this point. And then you're going to seem like a genius to them because they've never ever heard that. Not in an infomercial, not in a seminar, not online, on YouTube, nowhere. They've never heard that piece because you moved the free line so far up the bar that people are scared to give away that much information for free because then they ain't going to have nothing to talk about to pay for. Right? So when our free content is what people pay them for, and then when they pay us, we get better content even in our free content. Man, we so far the charts is ridiculous. We ain't even on the scale no more, right? And that's what I train. That's why each video in this training series moves that free line so that you are better than any marketer that you've ever came across in this entire industry. Right? In our niche, pretty much, right? And then they're gonna have a happy face by the time they finish that content, and they are going to your website with happiness, anxious. They want to learn more, and then your website got all three components: the product piece, the compensation piece, and the training piece, the team training, right? Man, there is no way you lose in that battle. I don't care. There's no way you lose in that battle. You done created a win-win situation, right? And all you gotta do is send a gazillion people to this ad. And watch how money pour out the back end of this all day long, every single day. All day long, every single day. So, all right, so that's it, guys. That's the training for the night. You know what I mean? That's it right there. So, what questions do you have for me? We've been stripping with that free with the food that you can order without talking to somebody. It's amazing. Oh man, why is that the? Alright, let me see, anybody got any questions? That's what's up, great training. Thanks, Monica, I appreciate it. On your click ads. I don't do pay-per-click ads no more. Yeah, alright, so how y'all feel about training? Leave some feedback real fast in the comments. Y'all know we always use the feedback for helping people understand what we be training on, showing people the excitement. So, and like 30 words or less, In 30 words or less, how do you feel about the information that you received tonight in training? Please leave a comment so I can start reading them up. Message, tool, ad, content, website, product, comp, training to target traffic equals success. I hear that myself. That is what's up. I was about to ask you, but it's a Cevia though. Glad I tuned in. Thanks, Rick. I'm glad to see you here. Great training, jewels drop. Love it, makes sense. Yeah, I'm a little bit delayed on my phone. Excellent training. Great stuff, man. I'm glad I tuned in. Love it, makes sense. Yeah, that's wonderful, y'all. That's wonderful. You know, so last thing. So I talk about a lot of stuff that's technical that we don't get into. There is a post in the group wall right now. If you haven't put a question in the box so that we can teach y'all more detailed, in-depth with as far as things that you've been learning in training, go in that box, put some questions down, you know, so that we can get y'all golden nuggets, 5-star content, good job, love it, makes sense. That's what's up, y'all. Always love to catch the live training. No other leaders this dedicated to their team. Awesome training. Yeah, I don't know, some people call me crazy, you know, but some people say that there's no way possible that you want to keep doing this. I love it. Like I love what I do. It's not like I'm doing something that's hard. I'm just teaching what I know. Like, you know. But they say make money in the comfort of your own home. That's what I do. I make money in the comfort of my own home. Glad to have been a part of the training. Thank you. Yeah, it's also, you got to get in contact with me or Gregory because we got to get you on the right path. We will leave no man behind, right? Great class. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Thanks. Well, that's what's up, Michael. I appreciate it. Absolutely. This is awesome. Right? So, yeah, so put your questions in the comments. If get through week 15, at least week 15, week 16, week 17, we want to keep going, right? But if you can get up to week 15, right, get your processes in place. Think about the TCP. If you ain't in TCP, get in the Conversion Pros. Tell whoever brought you into the group, let's get you in the Conversion Pros, right? So that we can get you your capture page set up, so that you can have a system that you can actually send people to that's going to sell for you. You know what I mean? We're coming out with Ultimate Leverage, and I promise you that when Ultimate Leverage drop, every single person is going to make sales. That's just the way I'm designing it right now. Every single person will make consistent sales with MCA, and then when your people join in, like when you got people coming on board and they set up the Ultimate Leverage, it's designed to get them sales within 72 hours of them joining. Within the first 72 hours, you aren't going to be making signups and sales within joining. And this don't make a difference if they are a veteran in this game or if they are just starting with no clue. And they got the belief that they don't have to talk to people. Right? Either or, they're going to be happy with this product. So yeah, guys, that's what we got for y'all tonight. Working out, looking a little bit smaller now, man. Maybe it's knowledge is power. All right, so it's 12:32. Y'all trying to keep me up all night. All right, so that's it, y'all. Again, it's your boy Larry Wheelz coming to y'all with another Team No Boss Lifestyle training. This has been week 17. Tune in next week on Tuesday, same time, 10:15, 10:30 sharp. 10:15, 10:30 sharp, right? And we will be at it again. So until then, keep your questions rolling in, keep pushing forward, and always remember these words. And I've been telling it, and I've been saying it for day one. Trust the process, and the results will follow, right? Don't worry about your signups because you're not there yet. They're going to trickle in, but when you get it down pat and you feel confident as a leader, you will get signups consistently every single day. So trust the process, learn, be a student. Learn as much marketing knowledge as you can in this training series. Learn as much marketing knowledge as you can. Trust the process and the results will follow. Again, it's your boy Larry Wheelz. And if y'all don't have any other questions, we up out of here. I'm gonna stand back here. Thumbs up, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And we're gonna go out with a bang. Oh yeah. Wow, the whole screen covered. That's so serious. No boss lifestyle, y'all. Y'all are crazy. That's no going though. We about to go on a cruise, see y'all. Y'all don't even know it yet. We about to go on a No Boss Lifestyle cruise. Royal Caribbean, baby. That's fine. We gonna be the best. Look, listen. We gonna be the best team in the world. This week, when I show y'all what we got coming out, it's gonna blow y'all mind. But we out of here. The music done stopped. And I'm gonna see y'all next week.